I'm Nito the GTG and welcome to Raging G. Today we're going to do something different. Since many of you voted for it and I'll have to deliver, we're going to talk about a manga. It's about a unique and legendary one that his creator did something that a few dare to do. The shift of the entire story, the main characters, the main antagonists, most of the times, and pretty much everything. It's a one-of-a-kind manga that has many fans in Japan and a big cult following in the rest of the world. Something that has changed, with a ridiculously faithful to the original material anime. This manga has 8 parts. We're going to talk about all of them, but slowly. Today we're going to focus on the first of it. Let's talk about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, Phantom Blood. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure was created by Hirohiko Araki in 1986. Araki, born on June 7th of 1960, happy birthday by the way, spent most of his childhood in his room reading manga and his father's art book. The reason for that was his twin sisters, with whom he fought all the time since they were eating all the snacks of the house. That made him draw manga secretly from his family while he was still in school. The desire to draw professionally didn't exist until one of his friends praised him for how good his drawings were and he tried going to a big company. Well, all those years he never stopped drawing and continued sending his works to big publishers while in high school. But they would always send them back. Infuriated by the fact that they would accept work from other people his age, but not his own, he decided to go in person to a publisher and ask the reason why. So, he pulled an all-nighter to prepare something quick and went to Tokyo. His first choice was Sogakukan, publishers of Shonen Sunday that in that period was known for works as Getarobo, Cyborg 009, Daskape, Urusei Yatura and many more. But he was intimidated to go in by the size of their huge building. He decided to enter the building next to it, Sueisa's building, publishers of Weekly Shonen Jump, with works like Mazinga Z, Kinnikuman, Cobra, Dr. Slump, and many more. He managed to convince one of the editors there to critique his work. After a rather harsh critique, he was told that if he fixed his mistakes on time, he would be able to enter the Tezuka Award that was due in 5 days. Of course, he managed to do just that, but he came second with his work Poker Under Arms. Now, with confidence, Araki was able to create many small works, as Cool Sock PT in 1983, Bao in 1984, Gorgeous Irene in 1985, but the manga that would make him famous was created in 1986, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. This manga focuses on Jonathan Joestar and his step-brother Dio Brando, and how Dio, filled with hatred for Jonathan that has everything in his life, tries to ruin it. He manages to do that with many ways, starting from shaming him in his father's eyes and kissing the girl Jonathan loved, to a few rather extreme ones like burning his dog alive and taking all his friends. The reason behind this hatred was his poor, alcoholic and abusive father, who sent him as a dying wish to the Joestars since they owed him, so Dio could live in luxury. So Dio tried his best to look like the better son and have Jonathan's father's inheritance for himself. Jonathan might have been angry and hated Dio's guts, but he never stopped being jolly and friendly. At the same time, he studied archaeology and researched the stone mask that they had in their house, because of the nails it sprawled when Dio's blood fell over it while they were fighting that would kill anybody instantly. After that fight, they became friends for the next 7 years, with Jonathan studying, as I said, archaeology and Dio law. Unfortunately, as we find out, all those were a part of Dio's scheme to poison their father. He also wanted to use the stone mask and kill Jonathan with the nails he would sprawl and make it look like an accident. But when he tried to use the stone mask to a random guy in the street, it didn't kill him, but it turned him into a zombie. Something that Dio wanted to use now to himself, since he was impressed with the newly found powers it obtained. In the end, Dio manages to turn into a zombie and Jonathan tries to defeat him. I don't want to spoil any further. You can read it. And finish it quick, since it's a small manga with only 3 volumes. Phantom Blood was created in 1987, and you can see that. The designs are huge, with muscular bodies and classic dialogues, similar to the series and drama shows of that time. Araki was influenced by shows like Hokuto no Ken and the art books he read as a child. Another monumental influence came from his love for the American culture, including its music, singers, band, movies, and actors. A few examples include Dio, that got his name from the singer with the same names, Ronnie James Dio. Zeppeli, that appears later on, taking his name from Led Zeppelin, and a few other guys that appear near the end that share their names with the band members. Part 1, as many call it, was completed in 1988. Till now, there were a few tries to animate it, since it was pretty popular. The first one was in 2007 from APPP. The problem with it was it made huge and disastrous changes to the original material, including the movie being only 90 minutes long, excluding many moments and characters like Jonathan allies, leaving him to fight Dio alone and many more. The movie was shown only once, and both the audience and Araki himself were greatly disappointed. So they never released it to the public, making it one of the few lost anime in existence. The only things we have are a few scenes, the trailer, and the theme song. But another company tried it again in 2012, David Production, with Jojo's Bizarre Adventure the animation, that covered Part 1, Phantom Blood, and Part 2, Battle Tendency in the first season alone. The anime was loved almost immediately from the fans, since they respected the manga, making it as faithful to it as possible, from the designs, the direction, to the point of using for its endings the same songs that Araki drew inspiration from. Even now the show continues with Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, as the latest season. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 Phantom Blood is a relatively small work, being only 44 chapters long, but sets the stage with characters and concepts that continue being a major part of it even today, since the manga continues on Part 8, Jojo. Araki manages to keep it fresh, since he has the freedom to make each part different, from a period drama to the Second World War to even a story with cowboys in the Wild West. That manages to keep the readers interested, knowing they'll have something fresh and unique each time. It's a manga that I would easily put in my top 10, since each part manages to add new elements with amazing characters. It's always fun to find where Araki drew inspiration from when he reveals the name of a character. Exhilarating battles with the stakes high all the time, because with the way he writes, he could easily have the main character lose and move on to the next part. If someone wants to learn about Jojo, I would recommend them to watch the anime, since as I mentioned, it's a rare case of an excellent adaptation that even the most hardcore manga readers love. Also, you could easily read the manga since it's only 3 volumes long. So, that was all for today. As always, I'm NTG, until next time,